saying to these women out there, it doesn't matter. It's falling on deaf ears. These women, deaf ears. These women are far gone. There's no saving anybody. There's no having the conversation. There's no need to talk about the things that you're talking about because all of these women are already infected with the feminist mindset. They're all being led astray with the city girl mindset. And I thought it was very interesting because as soon as she teased this song, Black Twitter ate her up.
Hold on. She said they're infected with a feminist mindset. I've been called that. I've been called a feminist by this particular individual, my ex. A feminist is a person who advocates for women's rights. I don't know if y'all know the history about that. Like, feminism demonstrates the capacity of women to generate evidence for their own existence in society. I don't know if y'all know the history behind like women's rights, but women didn't always have rights. It wasn't until the Voting Rights Act in 1965 where we actually had rights. Prior to winning that, to getting those rights instilled, state laws prohibited women from owning and inheriting property, signing contracts, serving as jurors, and voting in elections. Job opportunities for the women who had to work outside the home were limited to the service industry, and wages were menial, like almost none. Women were encouraged to marry as a way of ensuring economic security. Childbearing was considered a duty of the marriage contract. So like, just let that sink in. So when you say infected by a feminist mindset, you're saying that I'm so stuck in wanting to stand up for myself and have rights over my body and to be able to function independently. I'm standing up for my right to be able to function independently. Since then, each wave of feminism has continued to shape the political discourse, engaging policymakers in ushering in new policies that have incrementally codified self-determinate and autonomous laws. So when we think about femininity or feminism, all we're doing is asking to be equal with the human race as women. Not even a Black woman, like that's a whole nother layer, because Black people had to fight for their rights. So now as a woman, we have to fight for our rights to be on the same page as men. The feminist movement during the 20th and the 21st century, which is not that long ago, in some countries, these rights are institutionalized or supported by law, local custom and behavior, whereas in others, they are ignored and completely suppressed. Issues commonly associated with notions of women's rights include the right of bodily integrity and autonomy. Y'all know Roe versus Wade. To be free from sexual violence, to vote, to hold public office, to enter into legal contracts, to have equal rights in family law, to work, to have fair wages and equal pay, to have reproductive rights, to own property, and to educate, to have education. Like, that's what feminine. So when she say, y'all, what she say? Let me go back. What she say?
Because all of these women are already infected with the feminist mindset. They're all being led astray with the city girl mindset. And I thought it was very interesting because as soon as she teased this song, Black Twitter ate her up. These women are waking up. They're starting to see that the conversations that we're having are not foolishness. Why do you say that, Riva? Because why are you a married woman? Okay, you done got the stepdaddy of the year, of the century. Okay, everybody talk about they want to wrestle. Everybody talk about the Ciara's prayer and the man that she got. Everybody want that kind of relationship. And here you are rocking in the studio. You're always twerking online. That's one thing. But here you are rocking in the studio talking about, here's for the girl who don't need no man.
She ain't even talking about the rest. Okay, River, I don't got no issue with you. Let me just say that because I don't know you from nowhere. Let me just say that, River. I don't got no issue with you. But I just want to offer a different perspective because you taking this one line and running with it when the whole song is about self-love. She's not promoting this go not have a man. She's literally giving you the blueprint on how to get one. But y'all not listening. Like, that's how I see it. Even to say, like, I'm not going to play her song, I'm just going to read the lyrics that fits my narrative. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. I ain't trying to come for you and nothing like that. But that's kind of what I'm hearing at the end of the day. Because if you listen to the full range of the song, and maybe it's a mindset thing nonetheless, because somebody that's on the same mission as Ciara understands this in a totally different way. In a totally different way. This is empowering. When you think about this traditional mindset that most women have of self-sacrifice, it was cultivated when we didn't have rights as women. So when we think back to, well, grandpa and grandma stayed together forever, grandma didn't have no rights. She couldn't own no land. She couldn't work. She couldn't do nothing but be married and have kids. Like, that was her whole worth, her whole existence. And that's why people today, some women today, my kids is my world, my kids is my world. Yeah, but what about you? What about self-love? That's why you keep getting in situations where you with men because you feel like you need one. And so you in a state of desperation because you're attracting something that's out of a scarcity mindset. First of all, that's a whole nother layer of things. But you're in a space where you want something so desperate, you're willing to drink poison just so you're not thirsty because you need one so bad to be complete, to be whole. And that's why most men are in those situations. They be dogging the hell out that woman. That's why she said, don't let them disrespect you. Make sure they love you. Don't call me a snack when I'm way more than that. Like, don't belittle me. She's saying the exact opposite of what I think is being said in this video about this song in particular. My whole perspective is a lot of times women who are independent get a bad rep as if we're saying we don't need men, we don't want men, we don't desire them. And I don't think she's giving that message at all. I think she's saying, I don't need one. I was made before he came. Russell wouldn't fuck with Ciara if she wasn't Ciara. I don't think so. Like, he's not going around, it's like, who need me? Who need Russell? I want to be needed. Like, no. Most men want a woman who is capable of taking care of themselves and put themselves first. When that's not the case, the dude often belittles and treats the woman like crap. And that's why most women are in situations where they're feeling like they have to prove their worth to this man that they need so desperately. Because I need you, I'm willing to sacrifice being cheated on, being talked down, all of these things because I need you in my life to make my family whole, because you complete me. So I'm willing to put up with all these things just because I need you. That's why want for me is so different. Like, I don't need no dude. I want one, yes. And I feel like that's where Ciara was at. She didn't need one. She wanted one. So what did she do? She went into isolation. She poured so much into herself. She went to the source, God, which is the only man she needs. She said, Jesus, I need Jesus. She needed the universe. She needed spirit. She needed the source to get back into alignment so that she can attract what she wanted to have, what she wanted, somebody that, going back to that want of something that can improve the quality of her life. After they got married, they got publishing companies together. They created life together numerous times, well, a couple times. And they got books and everything else together. They publicly support each other. Like, it's a whole process to it. And she's literally laying out the book, and y'all getting mad because she's talking to a particular audience that can understand that. But y'all woke though. Like, that's what tripped me up a little bit. So like, we waking up to what? Believe in that shit?
What you mean? You got one.
That's why she got one.
This is literally validity that these women are in relationships. They have a man to sleep in their bed with every night. They're in full-fledged committed relationships, and they are promoting single culture. They are promoting women to be in relationships without men, women to be below them, beneath them. They want to be the symbol of, love and couple goals, but they want to keep the women, just like that move she did, like that. They want to keep the women down here.
Wow. She's not. That is not the case whatsoever. I'm not picking up on that. So you telling me that in this song of saying love yourself, you are very important don't let people disrespect you, that she's trying to hold women back from being in a healthy relationship? Like, how is that the case? Like, I just want like that puzzle to be put together for me. I don't think that that's the case. First of all, if she's truly happy in her marriage, happy people don't go around trying to make other people miserable. I think she's speaking to a particular set of women who are on the same mission as her, who can get stuff done without having to depend on anyone else to do it for them. Well, I wouldn't even be in this situation if it wasn't for him. He holding me back or he holding me down. Even myself, I've been in relationships where I'm like, I could have been so much further had I not stayed with this dude for 6 years. I'm blaming him. I'm blaming him because I needed a man so bad so I can be complete, so I can fit into society's norms of me being a woman. Other than that, is I'm defective because I have high standards. So I have to either lower my standards, especially after receiving education and having to fight to be a woman and to be independent and to be on my own. Now you're telling me I'm being brainwashed to fight for myself and to be in love with myself and to not depend on anyone else to provide that for me. I don't have to define my sense of worth in somebody else, not even my children. Like that, we got to talk about self-love. We got to talk about what that really means, because I don't think this is something's lacking.
They want to be glorified. Yeah, glorify me in my relationship. But here, let me give you your kudos for being independent, not needing no man, doing your own thing by yourself, girl, because you don't need no man. You don't need to be like me. A couple weeks ago, it was all about your prayer. A couple months ago.
Yeah, so let's talk about the prayer. Let's talk about the prayer. She said this was a couple months ago. Okay, so I don't think that Ciara is delivering that message at all. Just to make that clear. What she did in isolation, that was in 2021. First of all, that she even mentioned the prayer. She broke up with Future in 2015 or 2014. She met Russell in 2015. In between that time is what I would assume is when she was doing her self-love, when she decided to operate differently with this individual than she did with anyone else. When she learned from her mistakes and fell in love with herself to actually require the work that she deserved from this person, as opposed to getting into this relationship and having him define her worth. I'm going to suffer and be your ride or die and just ride with you and be with you until you can tell me I'm good enough for a marriage. That's what it kind of sounds like. Like she actively isolated herself and went into this space of self-love and growth. That's what I think is missing. She's not telling anybody. She's telling the people that's in relationships to stop tolerating bullshit. Don't let them disrespect you. Don't call me no snack when I'm 7 courses. Don't belittle me. I'm important. You ain't saying none of that part, though. You ain't saying none of that part in the video. Let me play Ciara one more time. Stop playing, CC. Now my goodies. Okay. Stop playing. I love me some her.
Get them money, sis. Keep them money, too. They be trying to press you, but you ain't pressed on. I'm way too far to be inside. I'm outside, having my own shit, booking my own trips. Don't ever let them disrespect you and call you out your name. You'll have these boys obsessed, they can't stop mentioning your name. I'm bad, I'm gorgeous, I'm very important.
So even to get the money sis part, that's me says like most when men are pursuing women, oftentimes they throw in money. They're operating out of their ego. They're very superficial individuals. They flashy. Look what I can do. I can take care of you. I can do this, that, and the third. I can take care of you. And most women are attracted to that. Oh my gosh, you're gonna be able to buy me stuff and take care of me and this, that, and the third. Get your own money. You don't need nobody to provide for you physically. You need somebody to buy food for you. You can't buy your own food. You can't take care of yourself. Like, you have to take care of yourself. Get your own money. That's all I'm hearing. Get your own money. Get like me. Get on my mission. Get your own money. Get your bread up, and then attract somebody that's on the same level as you. That's probably why most women who don't got a man talking about, teach me how to get one. You ain't got one because you ain't doing what the fuck it take to get one. Not the one that you want. Not a Russell level. You ain't on a Russell level. You ain't on that. Don't get shit. Well, I'm here.
Get them money, sis. Keep them money, too. They be trying to press you, but you ain't pressed on. I'm way too far to be inside. I'm outside, having my own shit, booking my own trips. Don't ever let them disrespect you and call you out your name. You have these boys obsessed, they can't stop mentioning your name. I'm bad, I'm gorgeous, I'm very important. How you calling me a second? No, I'm 7 courses.
I see. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Now you talking about, oh yeah, I want to give it up to girls who don't need no man that's doing bad all by themselves.
I'm not even doing bad by myself. Damn.
We see it in media. We see it in music. We see it in churches. Just being real. We see a lot of people in a lot of places who are promoting the separation of families, who are promoting this whole independent, I don't need no man mindset.
Those two things are different from my perspective. Promoting the separation of families, yes. I think that dates back to slavery, promoting the separation of families. But promoting an independent mindset to me does not mean don't have a family. Like that doesn't equate to me the same. When I hear independence, I think of self-preservation, being able to support yourself. Nobody wants a clingy, needy person. I don't want to take care of no dudes. That's not my babies. A dude don't want to take care of no girl. Not like that. They don't. They don't. They want somebody who can take care of themselves and they can add to that. I want to grow with you, not meet you at square one and then build your ass up to square 10. Then how am I growing? That makes no sense.
And are the biggest hypocrites because they're the ones who are in relationships. You in a happy relationship. So why are you over here glorifying women being independent and not needing a man? Don't you need your husband? Don't you need his support? Come on now.
So we need a man for support.
Let me show you some examples of the girls eating her up, okay? First person, this woman said, Ciara, please stop this now. We're tired of being independent. We want a life like yours. Please stop promoting this type of music when you're going straight home to get loved on.
First of all, she said we're tired of being independent. To me, I hear, I'm tired of responsibilities. I don't want to be responsible for myself anymore. We want a life like yours. Please stop promoting this type of music. I'm telling you through my music and through the way that I'm living how to get a life like mine. You so stuck on one word of being independent and what that sound like, what that means to you, that you missing the whole picture. You missing the whole point. That's why I said this song ain't for everybody. She talking to for a girl that's on a mission like her. If you on a mission like her, you got to do what she doing to get to where she at. You can't be where you at and get a Russell. She ain't where you at. That's why she got Russell. You at home getting loved on. I'm telling you how to get loved on. Stop being disrespected. Stop calling yourself a snack. Stop letting people talk down on you like that. Stop needing people to put them in a position of power over you because they taking care of you. That's why grandma and them couldn't do nothing. That's why they had to stay in those damn relationships for 20 plus years because they had no rights. They couldn't do anything outside of a man. You think they was happy? They cussing each other out. Shut your stinking ass up. You shut up, Lara. Hey, that's disrespectful. And that shit normal? You supposed to want that? No. And then back then they had fucking coke and Quaaludes and all kind of shit. They wasn't even in their right state of mind most of the time because they was fucking miserable. I can't operate without this individual. My only job with sense of self-worth is to lay here and birth this man kids because I'm under contract because we married. Even with Ciara, he said he proposed to her. What did he say? He said he proposed to her. He proposed to her again after their second child. When was that? Let me see. Let me check my notes. He said March 2022, last year. Russell proposes to Ciara again and asks for one more baby. Like that's just to show that she has a right over it. She's not just because be married, I don't have to lay down next to you and have sex whenever you want me to, or just pop out babies whenever you need me to. That's not, I have a right to my body. That's independent. That's what independent means.
Oh yeah, y'all could do that out by yourself. Y'all need no man. This one independent.
Where did she get that language from, first of all? Because I don't hear that in the song. I do not hear that in the song. I'm just making that clear.
And girls getting money. Yeah, get the bag, sis. Don't worry about no man. A man is a plus. A man is an addition to the equation, but you don't really need them. And make sure when you get in the relationship with them, you constantly remind them how much you don't really need them like that.
Damn. That was a song. Did y'all hear? I didn't hear that in the song. I don't think I heard that in the song.
But you going home to your man. Your man in the house with you. Raising another kid that's not even his.
Why you gotta bring up her other babies? She was raising up without Russell. Independent.
You know where he is. You know where he at.
That sounds like some jealousy to me.
Y'all gonna take all the pictures for Valentine's Day, for this, for Easter, for all this stuff. Everybody, oh, she's so sweet. Oh, she's the best relationship. She's so amazing. Why are you promoting this? This is the example of people who do things and they just kind of put it out there so that people will eat it up and consume. But it's not about the betterment of the community.
It depends on the mindset and how you receive the message. Because clearly she's receiving a different message than I'm receiving. I love this song. It's very empowering and it's promoting self-love. For individuals who are not in the same mindset and or on the same mission as me and Ciara, apparently, and my name is Ciara, so we real, similar. But yeah, it's a mindset thing. Definitely a mindset thing. And being aware, knowledge.
It's not about the assistance of the community. It's not about wanting to see the community do better. It's just about selling. This comment says, the audacity with a big ring on her finger. Nobody don't feel like being independent and paying all the bills by themselves.
Boom, I told you they want somebody to take care of them. Why does man gotta come in your house and take care of all your bills for you? I get the 50-50, I get that whole thing, but if we're not growing together, and that's why she waited until they was married to have to sex and to move in together and all that, they grew and they built a foundation together. When you say nobody trying to pay all these bills by myself, what I'm hearing you say is, I want you to come in and take care of my responsibilities for me because I'm tired of being responsible. And I want you to help me to get out of this situation. If you wanted to do it, if you was independent enough, you could do that on your own. You don't have to wait for nobody to come and save you. You don't have to wait for people to come and do stuff for you. But we so stuck into that self-sacrifice mode of just laying around and having babies, because that's what we did when we didn't have no rights. We feel like that's all there is to do. That's why my kids are my life and this, that, and the third. And people who operate in that space, they give up their life for their children. Their children end up disrespecting them because they're looking at them like, you ain't that shit. You want me to look up to you for what? How am I going to respect somebody who don't love themselves, who don't care about themselves, who did nothing for themselves to get themselves in a situation? You gave up your life for me? Why would you do that? And that's exactly what the dudes say. When I was with you for 7 years and you cheated on me and you did that, then and the third, and then you just want to, why are you still fucking with me then? No self-love, no self-worth. Let me just pause this video for a second. I feel like I gotta drop some whole nother knowledge real quick.